Hello.
We are with the great, you have to say your name,
John Desouza.
¿Hablas español también?
Yes, sí, hablo español también.
Pero no vamos a hacer este interview en español, no es mi error como en inglés.
Oh, no, está bien, está bien. Como sea, está bien. Merci beaucoup.
Oui.
Oui, oui, mon ami. Je t'aime.
Somos unos, we are one, nous sommes un.
Yes,
Je
exactly.
t'aime, tout, je t'aime aussi.
Je t'aime. Very happy to be here with you today.
Yes, we are very happy to be with you today as well. So, who are you? I mean, we know who you are, but for all those people that just are meeting you for the first time, in a quick word, who are you? What do you do? Why are you here in Contact in the Desert?
Yes, I'm John Desouza. I was a special agent in the FBI for over 20 years. And after leaving the FBI, I collected a lot of the X-Files stories of the paranormal in law enforcement. And I make those available to people in my books, the Para-Investigators, the Extra-Dimensionals. And a lot of my stories were used in a very famous show called the X-Files. And that's why I'm also called the X-Man as well.
That's great.
Yeah, it is.
So why are you here? Well, I mean, we understand through the message that we got for the 3 days that really now it's not about waiting disclosure from the government,
Yes.
that we are the disclosure,
Yes.
and you are a perfect example for that,
Yes.
because you brought the truth to fearless.
I got to spend some great time with the great Dr. Jacques Vallée, and he was someone I've always admired for many, many years. And he had a great quote from 20 years ago, where he said, "I would be greatly disappointed if UFOs were nothing more than alien visitors from another planet, because I believe they can be so much more than that." And so I wrote a book called The Extra-Dimensionals, where I believe the government revealed to me that alien visitors are not physical. They are extra-dimensional from other dimensions of reality. And they come here temporarily. They can be physical for short periods, and then they have to go back where they came from. And so that is a little piece of the truth that will help us to get to what alien visitors are really doing.
And why we can't find them, because if they were there, why they're not there now? Because
Exactly.
that's a big question as well.
Exactly.
I have a question. You say multidimensional. Is it possible that they are also from different densities also?
Well, that's what multidimensional means.
Yeah, that's what
They
it
have a.
It's
they
two
have-
different things for
Yes.
me.
Well, in the Vedic language, they're called different lokas, which are different levels of reality at different densities. And what happens is they change their personal density
They
to
lower
match.
the vibration.
Yes, to match ours, but they cannot hold it. They cannot hold it. And so they do what they do: abductions, visitations, observation, contact, and then they go back to where they came from.
And because the time and space reality is very different from wherever they are, even if for them they go for 2 days, it could be 300,000 years for us.
They manipulate time and space. They have total ability to stop time. That's why we can't stop abductions. That's why we can't stop cattle mutilations, because they manipulate time, stop it whenever they want. So that's part of their technology. That's part of what they're doing. Also, UFOs.
And this is official in the service of the
FBI.
FBI.
This is revealed in my book, The Extra-Dimensionals, through documents from the FBI that are available actually to
On the vault.
on the vault. But if people don't know what to look for, then they don't know what to find.
So you put the references in your book?
Yes, so the references are in my book. I actually show the documents, and I tell people what different phrases mean. Like in that one report that I talked about in my book, the FBI reveals they have an informant. Has an informant who's an alien visitor, and who told them these things. What did he tell them? He told them that alien visitors are not physical, and that UFOs are empty, the real ones. They are empty, and they are alive themselves. They are alive. So these are some of the things that I try to reveal in my books and try to make people understand why the phenomena, like Jacques Vallée has said, the phenomena is more spiritistic than physical. And that's what people need to understand abductions better and to understand the phenomena better.
But because of the compartmentalization in the FBI and different offices, do you think that there is people that know the whole story, the whole picture?
Well, not really. Here's what the situation is. There is no such thing as the government. There is no the government. There are 23. The United States is so large, so powerful, that there are 23 agencies that have intelligence functions like the FBI, CIA, DIA, many different, and each separate agency is like a little kingdom.
They're like competing between
They're
each other.
competing with each other, they're fighting with each other, they'll fight with the president.
So even the 1%, what we call the 1%, is just one little compartment of those 24.
Yeah, and what they all have is they have data. They don't really have information to disclose. They don't have a concrete plan or a vision of the plan of what's going on.
So that's what we say is the tip of the iceberg.
Yes.
Okay, so that's why the 1% are the tip of the iceberg, because there's 24 underneath in fact, so all the eye on them, but in fact there are so many that are more powerful than that.
Yes.
And they cannot process the data to make something with it.
They don't.
There is too much
and they
data.
don't. And they exactly. And they don't do that. They have. If you go into the Air Force files right now about Roswell, they can show you lots of data, lots of information about. But it's not really information. It's not really a structure of something that they can say, here is disclosure. Here's what's happening. No, they just have files. They just have files that they themselves don't know what they have. That's what they have. That's why disclosure would never come from the governments, ever.
Yes.
Do you still have a contact in the FBI?
Yeah, sure.
And is there any plan to provide more and more information to the like whistleblowers, to the guys that are doing the leaks, like you?
Well, I don't know about whistleblowers because I'm not part of what whistleblowers are. Whistleblowers are like people who fight against corruption, and what I do is reveal truth, and
that is already official.
That is already out there.
Out there.
Because the truth is the secrecy system doesn't work anymore because of the internet. All the truth is already in the public arena. It's all out there already. All you need to do is be able to know where to find it and where to reveal it.
But for example, if I want the picture of the NASA that has not been edited, and that show structures and craft.
We have those.
You have those?
We have those. Yep, but they're in the public arena already because there are young men who sit at computers and monitor the live feed from different feeds that NASA puts out and the ESA puts out, and they're monitoring and recording all of these things, and they make those. And NASA cuts the live feed when a UFO comes out, but it doesn't stop anything because young men sit at these computers and record everything, and then it's in the public arena. So if you go home and Google NASA cuts the live feed, you're going to find dozens and dozens of examples of NASA cutting whenever a UFO shows up.
I've seen some of them.
They'll cut the feed.
And they do it because they have a 5-second lapse as well.
Yes. And why do they do it? They do it because they've been ordered to. And I don't think there's anybody at NASA, and they've been doing this for years and years and years. I don't think they even know why they're doing it.
Do you think it's like with the Vatican that wants to have a
Vatican
control?
Is a big part of this.
Because they're saying the angel higher than the extraterrestrials, so basically they want to evangelize, like they did with South America or Africa or things. Or
the Vatican is a large part of the elite powers in control who have given a standing order that these things about alien visitors cannot be revealed. Why?
Because of control of God.
Yes, because they want to keep it controlled until the alien visitors themselves are ready to reveal. And that's why those orders have been given.
Okay. Because that's going to break down, I mean, all those religions in power now. Once we understand we are galactic beings, and we are earthlings and not black, white, Chinese, whatever.
Exactly.
That's gonna drop a big rock in the pond.
Exactly, and that's what they don't want, and that's why they're going to continue ESA.
Because they've been doing things wrong.
Yes.
They used to have many deities, and then this Jesus guy came, kind of messed up everything, get a kick in the house, and then they created the Bible, and they took a lot of information that was from the Bible.
Yes, and that's why they're trying to keep this this physical alien thing going, so that we can have alien imminency, that they're going to come, they're going to save us, they are the alien fathers.
They call us saviors.
Yes, and so that they're trying to keep that going always.
And what about, have you heard about this guy that found this, I think it's in, we didn't find it, but it was taken to a place in Mexico where you have a multi-dimensional door that you have a little exit like that. You have to sit down with your knees down the ground, and you have to put your arm like that and your forehead on it. And then the shaman gave him a mantra that he had to repeat over and over and over again. And there was one moment where he disappeared. He went through.
Cool.
He went to the other dimension, and that's when he talked about the holographic universe. Because then he realized that on the other side, there was something that was like, what are you doing here, you know?
Right.
Where we are, this is a holographic universe, and that's when now, that's the biggest thing that's coming next.
Exactly.
Because we don't only have extraterrestrial, but this is a hologram.
Yes.
Do you have any things about that? Any information or not?
I'm starting to believe it's true. There's too many things that.
But that means we still exist.
Yes,
So
we
how
still
can
exist.
we
We're still conscious, but just because it's a holographic reality that is created by God is possibly a nerd sitting at a computer panel and creating us.
That's like the Wizard of Oz.
Right, but it doesn't really change too much. It really doesn't change too much. All it really changes is that we have to find out how to rewrite our code. There's a line of code that represents you and what you're doing. But now we need to recognize how do we rewrite our code so it becomes slightly different and everything becomes slightly better. And we are learning that through prayer, meditation, crystals, consciousness. Yeah, we are learning it through these things.
So what is your biggest, what are you seeing, because you've been doing this for many years now, and the X-Files went out, so it kind of vulgarized everything, but in the same time you can be like, oh, it's a movie.
Yes.
We know that the CIA has been using Hollywood for longest time to get your information.
They have.
But what are you noticing when you come in gathering like that? And do you see a shift of consciousness? Do you see people more and more comfortable with that?
Even in the office?
You what, sorry?
Even in the office?
Yes, I do notice that. But now we're in a race because now the elite powers in control, the global structure.
They're losing or not?
They are losing, and so they're trying to tighten their noose even faster by doing things like what they're doing with YouTube, people on YouTube, demonetizing their information so that they can't make a living on YouTube anymore. So there are people who are they're finding ways to speed up their race towards fascism, to put the noose around us. And so at the same time as our consciousness is lifting and we're in a pitched race. So things are accelerating on both sides. And we need to accelerate our side as well for the awakening and to help our species, the people of light, as the people of the shadows are also increasing.
So yes, and we can feel that. And we have more and more attack in the light workers community. It's sometimes a bit difficult for us. It's okay, Danny. Please sign the book.
And to Michael and the boys. Like this, we are going to take a picture of the book. That's perfect.
Yeah, if you can show the book.
Michael and the boys?
He shares with some other friends.
Can you show the book?
Extra dimensional, true tales and concept of alien visitation.
Toma.
No, gracias, por favor. Okay, so they are losing, but they're freaking out.
Yes, they are freaking out.
And there are this huge, crazy war happening. And
do you have a YouTube channel?
Yeah,
yes.
yeah.
So do you guys know about demonetization with Google and YouTube?
I don't monetize my
what
channel.
What is going on?
Yeah, but I know.
Well, in America, we all monetize our channels.
So little money coming out from it, so I don't care.
A lot of us, we make a living out of our channel and monetizing our things and getting commercials.
Since when are they changing that?
In the last 12 months, they have gone after everyone who is outside the mainstream and people who are depending on YouTube channels to make a living and to get their information out all over the nation.
Even the one that just talk about their own glasses and the fashion stand.
That doesn't change anything.
If they use the words NWO, if they use conspiracy, UFO.
That's it. They are stopping the light workers. Yes. They're not stopping the one because I see little disagreeable that are this, how you call this in English? Distraction.
Yes.
So the distraction ones are still getting paid.
Yes, absolutely.
People are going to Dailymotion now.
Yes. Dailymotion and a couple of others too.
Vimeo.
Yes, Vimeo. Yes.
Vimeo.
Yes. So that's good, and that hopefully that'll keep on going.
So I'm sorry to interrupt you. The thing I was trying to got to it is like, okay, they're freaking out, they're losing. We know there's a war going down there. We know it's the ultimate war because they know they're losing.
Yes.
They just want to take down a lot of people with them. A lot of people are awakening. They're just awakening. It's been 25 years for me. I don't know for you. So you talk to me about the Illuminati or reptilians. I don't care. I'm not really scared. I have my free will, my own sovereignty.
Right.
They can't do shit to me. I had a near-death experience. I'm cool. I'm fearless. What can we say to people that are just waking up, that are freaking out, that are realizing demons exist, reptilians exist, the government, this 1% part of the government, which I explained as 24 layers, exist. They have been taken for an idiot. Everything is a lie. Oh my God, I'm freaking out. I'm afraid.
Yeah.
What can we say to them for them to not be afraid and understand that there is something out on the other side of fear?
What I always say to people is that we need to reach out to each other. We need to reach out to all the different tribes and support each other.
No competition.
Right.
Really coming together, sharing each other's video,
Right.
talking about each other's work.
Right. And we need to
Regrouping.
Yes, and we need to do this quickly. We need the time for them to complete awakening is shortening, and they have to hurry up because the malevolent alien visitors are moving very fast in concert with the elite powers in control, with the Illuminati. And there's going to come a time when they're going to be here in large numbers. They're going to be over all of our cities with these ancient ships that are not going to move. They're just going to be hanging there.
Oh, I saw them in dreams already.
Yes, and they're
I
going to
think
be here.
they're there already, but we just can't see them.
But the
Is it
benevolent,
possible?
so we need to learn how to reach out to the benevolent
Okay.
entities that are going to help us through this period. And we need to learn it now. It has to be done now, fast. So that's why
So
people...
it's stopping eat fluoride, working on the pineal gland,
Making a collective meditation.
Yes, all of
Are you
listen to your
meditating?
intuition.
Sorry?
Are you meditating now?
Yes. And I use my crystals, to increase the power of my meditations too. That's also very important. Use your crystals, use your different exercises, waking contemplation exercises, things like that. All very important. Clean out the fluoride. Use your pineal gland. Increase the power of your third eye. All of these things, they all work together. We all need to learn these things. We need to increase them.
And
very important.
thank you for this message.
Thank you so much.
Thank you.
It was a
Thank you,
pleasure
John.
talking with
Thank
you
you very
today.
much.
Thank you. Can I take a picture with
Yes,
you?
please.